freezing temperatures, extremely high waves, storms with unimaginable speeds, and surrounded by dangerous currents. Today we are in the Drake Passage, the most dangerous sea route in the world. Numerous sailors gave their lives to cross this passage, and even today it is considered an extremely dangerous adventure. So what exactly are we dealing with here? Why is the Drake Passage so dangerous, and how do people still manage to conquer this nightmare? We take a look at all of these questions in today's video. Enjoy! The Drake Passage is a strait between the southernmost tip of South America and the Antarctic Peninsula in western Antarctica. It is about 800 kilometers wide, and water currents flow through it at speeds of up to 150 million cubic meters per second, making it the strongest current in the world. The first European to actually find a shipping route to reach the west coast of South America was Magellan. He first sailed through the Strait of Magellan, named after him, in 1520. This route was much safer, but also longer than the route through the Drake Passage. However, just a few years later, another explorer set out to find the shortest route to circumnavigate the South American continent. The Spanish navigator Francisco de Hoces sailed from the entrance of the Strait of Magellan further and further south until he reached the end of the South American continent, and thus also discovered the Drake Passage. Nevertheless, the passage was named after the English pirate Francis Drake, although he never crossed it and was not the first to discover it. He was merely driven south by a storm after crossing the Strait of Magellan and discovered the waterway. He eventually conveyed to the British that there was open water south of South America, and they eventually named this passage after him. The first person to actually cross the strait was the Dutch navigator Jacob Lemaire, who also gave the name Cape Horn to the southern tip of South America. But why exactly is this passage so dangerous? For one thing, the cold seawater from the south meets the warm seawater from the north there, creating powerful eddies that combine with rough winds and occasionally severe storms. This phenomenon even has its own name and is called the Drake shape. Then of course it is extremely cold, with average temperatures only just above freezing. And also the fastest currents in the world prevail here. Peak velocities of more than 150 million cubic meters per second are reached, which is about 600 times that of the Amazon. Thus, the Drake Passage represents one of the largest ship graveyards in the world. It is believed that over 800 ships have capsized or run aground. In total, tens of thousands of people are thought to have lost their lives here at the end of the world. Of course, the crossing has become much easier today due to modern ship and radar technology, but it is still a great challenge for all seafaring, and you should not underestimate the Drake Passage. However, one is rewarded with unique flora and fauna that can be discovered on the few islands there and in Cape Horn. Especially popular nowadays are the crossings to the Arctic Peninsula, where you can observe penguins and other animal inhabitants. However, the sailor's saying applies: Antarctica does not cost an entrance fee, the prize is a Drake Passage. In 2019, even a crazy group of adventurers managed to cross the Drake Passage by rowboat. The journey took 12 days and the rowers took turns rowing in 90-minute shifts. The boat never stood still during this process, and when they arrived in Antarctica on December 25, they had a world record in their pocket. The daring adventurers documented their journey in the film The Impossible Row, which I definitely recommend. So that was it with the video, I hope you enjoyed it. If you're more interested in this part of the world, I recommend you one of my last videos where I talked about the Falkland Islands. See you in this video, and I say bye.